So I'm going to make a bowl this time, and it's going to be similar to the cup in that I'm going to center the clay first, which means that I'm making the inside of my ball of clay homogeneous with the outside of the ball of clay, so that it's sort of loose on the outside and it's loose on the inside, rather than having stiff parts or maybe an air pocket or a bubble. And I bring the clay up by squeezing my hands together, and then I can take it back down, which compresses the inside and helps that inside be homogeneous with the outside, like I talked about. And now that it's centered, I can open up the inside. I'm going to push all the way down to where the inside of the bowl would be, and now I'm going to pull it out. Now I'm going to establish the bottom, and I'm going to compress the clay a little bit. And that helps with the strength of it. When it's fired, it helps it so that it doesn't crack. While it's drying, it helps me have a nice even line on the inside, so that I have kind of a continuous line going from the top of the bowl down to the bottom of the bowl. And I'm going to compress it with this plastic rib tool just a little bit more, and start the bottom to be a little bit round, and compressing the clay. Now I can pull the walls up of the bowl, and then I'll go back and compress it a final time to smooth out the inside. So I'm going to push with my outside hand and my inside hand, and then both hands are going to come up together at the same speed. And when I get to the top, I gently release. I'm going to go ahead and compress the top of this bowl. I have a little piece of chamois cloth, just like you dry your car off with, and this helps kind of tighten the top and smooth it, so you have a really nice, smooth, compressed rim to use. If you're going to put ice cream in it, or soup, or anything that you might want. Now I'm going to thin this wall out a little bit more, and I'm going to start to put some shape into it. So I'm opening it up. I've got more pressure with my inside hand since we're going out like a bowl, and my outside hand is basically steady. Kind of helps give it some resistance so that I don't go through the side. Now I'll take my sponge and clean all the water out. And I can clean up any excess clay on the outside of my bowl, and use my rib to smooth it out on the outside. Smooth it out on the inside if I desire, which I'll do. Give it, kind of compress it one more time, make sure it's nice and clean. Now that I have my even walls, my rim thin, I'm going to go in and put a little bit of decoration on the rim. And I'm going to use my wooden tool here and just kind of gently press on the outside, anchor my fingers on the inside so that I get a really even, balanced mark. And let's do 6 instead of 8, so I'm going to go over here and about a third between those two. Kind of make some little lobes that are a little off center now, but we'll straighten them out in a second. And it's kind of a clover pattern, kind of a flower pattern, more organic than geometric, which is something that I like. And I can come back, spin the wheel gently and kind of smooth it out. If I want to bring the walls up one more time, I can do that. Let's give it just a little bit of a swirl on the inside just for fun. And now we're ready to cut this one off.